Hello there. You may not believe this, but one of the most ardent Remainers has declared that there's little doubt we will now leave the European Union. Quoted in The Independent, the Tory former Chancellor, Ken Clarke, speaking at the Scottish Parliament's Festival of Politics, said that he believed there was now no way of preventing Brexit and that a second referendum on the subject would be folly. When asked if there was any way that Brexit could be reversed, Mr Clarke said, "I'm more pessimistic than most people who were Remainers. I don't think there is." He went on to say that UK politicians were currently too afraid of the right-wing press to go against what they saw as the will of the people. He also said that he didn't want to see another referendum in his lifetime, as following the complicated EU referendum with another, full of long lists of negotiated terms, would be folly and bizarre. Now he's either just given up, or he's actually quite happy with the way Brexit is unfolding, with the UK set to give the EU as much money as it wants, together with our armed services and whatever fees that it can get for single market access at a later date. At the end of the day, you do have to wonder which side this character is on, don't you? Especially as he said back in 1996, "I look forward to the day when the Westminster Parliament is just a council chamber in Europe." Moving to the Leave side, Liam Fox has reiterated his view that getting a trade deal with the EU should be the easiest in human history. He is standing by this, as securing a trade deal with someone we already trade very closely with should be simple, unless one side lets political issues such as trying to punish the UK for having the temerity to leave the European Union. Dr Fox has also called on the EU to put the future prosperity of the EU and its businesses above trying to score political points against the UK, which could in turn adversely affect the citizens of the EU. Speaking on ITV's Peston on Sunday, he said, "In other words, how much does the European Commission and European elite want to punish Britain for having the audacity to use our legal right to leave the European Union? That's the thing. What will the price be for the prosperity of the European citizens of that decision? I would hope that economic sense would dictate that we put the prosperity agenda of the whole of the European continent in a global context at the top of that agenda, not ever closer union. In other words, the drive by the Commission towards their political objective, which has a near theological level." He also said it was nonsense to suggest that the UK was bluffing over preparations for a no-deal Brexit. It will be interesting to see in the coming months how many EU citizens will be happy to see their prosperity take a hit just so the EU can say it tried to punish Britain. And in a display of arrogance that only reinforces the Leave decision by the people of the UK, an EU lawyer speaking at the European Court of Justice has claimed that MEPs should be able to keep their expenses secret. And the reason given? So as to prevent the people getting outraged and making MEPs' jobs difficult. These comments were made as part of a case between journalists who want to see MEP expenses transparency and EU officials who claim it is all too difficult to publish the accounts. Now this does shock me, and it will shock all Leavers, but I expect the Remain crew will find some comfort in this, knowing that their precious EU is still fighting to keep itself beyond scrutiny. They will also be happy to learn that a new report has exposed the Remain bias of the BBC in the run-up to last year's referendum. The report by the media analysts Newswatch was commissioned by some Eurosceptic MPs and found that there was a distinct lack of left-wing pro-Brexit argument on the BBC. Saying that the BBC had aired a third more pro-Remain speakers than pro-Brexit speakers, and only 1 in 500 speakers had been a left-wing supporter of Brexit, the report authors said, "Had left-wing arguments for Brexit been properly aired, it is entirely feasible that a greater majority would have voted to leave. So, what are your thoughts on Ken Clarke yielding to Brexit, Liam Fox saying that put trade before politics, the transparency of MEPs' expenses, and BBC coverage of the EU referendum? Please leave a comment below. Thank you. Please do like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. Thank you very much for watching.